Karl Pilkington is to star as a version of himself in Sick of It, a new sitcom for Sky One. The channel explains Sick of It is a scripted comedy series that sees Karl Pilkington takes on two roles, himself and the voice inside his head, as he muddles through the mundane life he may have led if he hadn't met Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant. Karl Pilkington's Sick of It will follow the character of Karl, a middle-aged man recently ditched by his long-term girlfriend, as he muddles through life and attempts to make sense of the modern world. Producers say now living with his elderly auntie, Karl's closest companion is the voice in his head, a crotchety, misanthropic alter ego who takes the form of his doppelganger. It's the uncensored true version of Karl that says what he really thinks without the risk of offending others. As Karl attempts to move on from the breakup and sort out his life, the voice in his head appears periodically to guide, criticize and dispense his unorthodox philosophy of life. Karl Pilkington says for most people the inner self is there to help make decisions, but mine mainly confuses me and pushes me in the wrong direction. I'd say that doing this series was inner self's idea. I've only just realized that in playing myself twice but only being paid once. Like I say, my inner self doesn't really look out for me. The sitcom has been written by Pilkington and director Richard E. and is being produced by the team behind his hit travel shows An Idiot Abroad and The Moaning of Life. Sick of It will join a lineup of new comedy shows on Sky due to be broadcast in a new 10 p.m. comedy slot. The channel has also announced The Reluctant Landlord, a sitcom starring Romesh Ranganathan. Talking about the commissions, Sky explained as well as starring, Karl and Romesh will each write these often personal, but always funny stories that will sit in a new 10 p.m. half-hour slot that's dedicated to edgier and more mischievous comedies. These new British comedies are joining a lineup of shows on Sky One from some of the biggest names, including comedy thriller Bounty Hunters starring Jack Whitehall and Oscar nominee Rosie Perez, and Sick Note Rupert Grint and Nick Frost's Tale of a Terrible Lie that spirals out of control, both of which have already been slated for the 10 p.m. comedy spot later this year. Commissioner John Montag comments working with Karl Pilkington and Romesh Ranganathan is a dream. Their shows are shot through with an authenticity that brings a unique, more grown-up comedy edge to Sky One. Evenings are going to be all about laughs on Sky One with our biggest lineup of new comedy coming up, including hour-long comedy dramas at 9 p.m. and something a bit more mischievous at 10 p.m. Coming soon are shows starring Jack Whitehall, Philip Glenister, Leslie Sharp, Rupert Grint and Nick Frost. As a comedy obsessive, I'm thrilled to be walking amongst such giants, brilliant talent telling surprising and sometimes challenging comic stories. For updates, click the button below. Like Karl Pilkington Sick of It, share this page.